Hey, what's up, everyone? And yeah, this is one of the offline videos. Basically, today we're just going to be looking at one of the strategies in the ebook, right? So there are three very powerful trading strategies for successful trading. Okay, and yeah, we'll just briefly go through what straight trading strategy actually entails. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so hope you can excuse me for that. What trading strategy is, what are different approaches to trading and all of that. So just to basically outline everything regarding that before we get into the nitty-gritty part of things. Okay. So yeah, what is a trading strategy? So first steps will basically be to learn what a strategy is. So can be loosely described as a sort of criteria, okay, rules that need to be met for a trader to make a decision whether to buy or to sell. Right? So it could be something very broad. I mean, in terms of how how the description is. Right? So I'm pretty sure you guys can already see. You can apply it to many different things that you might have not have thought about trading the strategies or trading systems. Right now, it talks about entry. Right, the description itself, definition talks about entry, but for me, it's I think much more important is the exit part of it. Right. So knowing when to get out of a trade is one of the most important things that any person who is serious about the market should be learning at this point. Right. Because the entry part of thing on the technical side, I believe a lot of people can get that very easily, but the cashing out part, getting out of the trade with a profit or taking a small loss, that's the much more difficult part because that involves a whole lot more emotion as opposed to just getting into a trade, looking at a trade and not going having it go the opposite direction, or seeing it go in your direction and then pull back. 1 minute you have $500 worth of profit, the next minute you have $100 worth of profit. Do you panic or do you stay in until your system tells you to get out of the trade? Okay, now trading strategy for me or trading system um, should include like just about everything, right? It should include the entry part, the exit part, the percentage risk. How much would you actually risk per trade? When would you stop, let's say, trading it? So that would be yes, fall in the biggest scheme of things in terms of trading plan. But I think your trading strategy should clearly define, let's say, your stop loss, on average what your stop loss might be, your take profit might be, or how you determine your stop loss and your take profit and your lot sizing, for example, because not all strategies are based off of percentage risk. Right? So some people prefer to have, okay, one standard contract instead of going for 0.98, So some people just prefer trading using, and for a long time I did so as well. Went up from standard contract to about 10 lots, and I wasn't going like 1.21, 1.23, all of that. So I just went from one lot to two lots, and then three lots, and then four lots, and then yeah, somewhere there was a jump from I think it was like six lots to about 10 lots. So I wasn't using per se percentage risk, but when I was calculating it, it was less than 1%, right? Or less than 2% for that particular account. So the types of trading strategies usually fall into these two categories, right? So automated as well as discretionary. And I can roughly say that automated basically is 100%, right? Fully automated, 100% of the trading decisions are not human based, you can call it, right? So the trader doesn't make any trading decisions. It might be an automated trading system, it might be a signal provider, right? So I posted one of the signal systems that I've used well, a previous version of what I used in the past. And yeah, that is a signal provider. It just tells you when to get in, and you need to make though your sort of decisions about where you get out, where you move your stop. So that's still half, you can say, discretionary and half automated, but technically the right term is semi-automated, because most of the trading decisions for the entry part of things are done by 100% of the signals are generated by the trading system itself. And then a discretionary system, I mean, you just make 100% of, as a trader, you actually make 100% of the trading decisions, whether it's to enter a trade, exit, move, stop, to break even, whatever the case may be, throw in a trading stop, or just to leave the trade, right? So 100% of the trading decisions are made by you. So like I say, automated systems versus discretionary systems is, for me, there are advantages to both, right? For automated systems, I think obviously the main advantage is that automated systems aren't as well, they aren't emotional at all. So they're more reliable in terms of generating signals, right? Or even automated trading robots where you can take a trade and, well, it basically looks at a setup and basically takes a trade, places a stop loss, places a lot size in there, places a TP. So it does every single thing, and it eliminates the actual human um, part of things, because a lot of times, whether we like to admit it or not, traders are their biggest enemies, right? So a trader is typically their biggest enemy in that they'll move stop losses, they'll move take profits, right? They'll risk too much in a trade. So it's always been the case, and it will always be the case when it comes to discretionary trading. Um, but I would say discretionary trading, I mean, there are people who are more successful trading discretionarily. By that I mean, they just look at charts and then they just basically trade for themselves. They don't need a trading robot or an automated signal generator. And from my understanding, I mean, some of the most successful people, that I've not only met, but like people that I've read about, all these, your Richard Dennis, your all the big boys, they have different ways of looking at markets, right? Some use algorithms, trading algorithms, so basically trading systems as well. They have automated trading systems. Some are discretionary, some have semi-automated trading systems. So it's a lot of different ways. And what I found is whatever works for you best, I think is something that you should go with. Likewise, when it comes to the different types of trading approaches, right? Now, trading approach, I just mean like in terms of time horizon and how you trade in terms of time horizon may influence whether you're profitable or not, because there are a number of factors that can lead a trader to a specific way of trading. Um, Obviously, the main thing has and always will be the fact that you want to be profitable, you want to make some money. So I can say the first approach would be day trading, which is pretty obvious. I think most people, um, typically now, especially now, I mean, fall into the day trading part. So it's the most intense way of trading. And I mean, you're just looking at very small amount of pips. You could be looking at 10, 20 pips. You could be looking at 1 or 2 pips. But it just basically means that your trades are open same day and then you close them same day. Could be a couple of seconds, couple of hours, but it's always less than a day, right? Because now if you are swing trading, if you're a swing trader, that just basically means that um, for 2 days, so about 2 or 3 weeks, right? Your trades are open from 2 days to about 2 or 3 weeks, right? So those are called swing traders, and your trades are typically called swing trades, and they'll have swap and all of that stuff. So for me, I found that it's a lot less stressful and they're not less intense than day trading. Not sure what everyone else would think, but I would think some people are better off scalping, looking at day trades, chasing that 5 pips, 10 pips. And some people are just better off position trading, which is obviously the last one. And typically, your positions or your trades will go from a few months to a few years, or even few weeks, from what, let's say 4 weeks or so. To me, that would be a position trade. Um, or 3 weeks, that would also typically be categorized as some sort of a position trade. Um, to a few months or a few years, 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, a year. That's basically what we'd call a position trade. Now, a lot of people associate that with stocks, right? But I mean, even with currencies, you can typically position trade without any issues, as long as obviously they line up pretty well with your fundamentals as well. So it does require you to have a lot of patience. You're not going to have a lot of position on, or you're not going to have a lot of positions, let's say, that you're going to initiate. Right? It's not like you're going to have, let's say, 10 positions per day, and then add another 10 the following day, and then add another 10. You might get 2 trades a month, might get 4 trades a month. But the main thing is that you're looking for, let's say, about 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000, 5,000 pips in terms of profit potential. Um, but your trades will typically be open for that amount of time. So, I mean, the approach that I believe that would be best for you is, something that would be comfortable, firstly, and that wouldn't clash with your times. A lot of guys say, yeah, I just want to be a position trader, which is fine as long as it actually suits you as well. A lot of guys want to be something because they saw someone do this, and then they automatically think that if I work hard enough at it, it's going to work hard for me. But we're wired differently. That there's people who don't eat avocados. There's people who love avocados. That should tell you. I'm a huge avocado fan, by the way. So for me, it's weird people don't like avocado. So we are wired differently. We need to basically accept that. So if a long-term trading strategy works best for you, rather focus your attention on that. If a swing trading approach works best for you, then trade that. But don't be stuck on one thing just because you try to increasing the amount of work that you put in. Typically is not going to get you the results that you want. Right? If you have specific things, or if you have specific goals and objectives. For example, myself, I can't wake up one day and decide, okay, I'm gonna start playing basketball, and I'm gonna be the greatest basketball player of all time. It doesn't matter how many hours I put into playing basketball. There's just certain limitations that I will have. So you need to approach whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you do, whether it be trading or just anything in life in general. Just make sure that you take what you are actually good at, right? You don't need to be the best, you don't need to be the greatest. It's not a competition, but you need to be, it needs to be comfortable enough with you. So one of the three approaches will definitely come a lot more naturally than the others. And if that's the case, just take that and run with it instead of trying to force things just because you feel like there should be a certain way that a person trades. Let's say you want to sit down each and every single day and watch markets, but when you do watch markets, you end up losing money, right? But when you sort of like place your trades, place 200 pip, take profits, and then you just basically swing trading, all of a sudden you become profitable. But that's boring, right? Because I know the feeling when I went from a very short-term scalping approach to swing trading was very boring. Like I could only check charts, let's say once or twice a day. Once or twice a day was crazy for me because I had all this time now but I could only check charts like once or twice a day. So it was very difficult for me to accept. But at the end of the day, when I saw the profit, the equity curve going up, I was like, okay, perhaps this is the way that I should be looking at doing things. Okay. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, I'll leave the link. If you don't have, I'll leave the link in the WhatsApp to the WhatsApp chat in the description below. So any questions you might have, you can go through and ask them there. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe.